Alrighty, now we have a clean setup again. Let's reset up our infrastructure. Let's go to the scripts or the snippets that we have here. This time, in the last video, we deployed an image that contains an Angular app, but now we are going to deploy a container that is hosting a .NET application. So this will all be removed. This will be the new ALB. We'll remove this. We'll remove this. Remove test diff. Remove this. Remove that. Remove this. What's this? Alright, remove that. Okay. So um, where are we? So this is the DNS. So we created our load balancer, and a load balancer has a default has a DNS automatically created for it. And yeah, so let's continue. Let's go to our README. Let's create the target group. Um, so the deployment nodes. Um, yeah, so the deployment nodes, we will open it on the other side. Let's go here in our README, right? So we have created the target group, oh no, the ALB, and now we will create a target group. The first target group. Now the first target group is created. This is its ARN, and then use that target group ARN here on this command, and then this target group, this ALB ARN, you put that here, and then you'll execute this to create the listener. Right, so it will give us a listener ARN also, in which we are going to take note. So here, listener 1 ARN. So that is the listener. Let's go to the second target group. This is needed for code deployment. It needs two target groups. So let's get the target group, put the target group ARN in there, and then the listener 2 ARN will now be created by putting this ARN here, and then putting the ALB, or is it the ALB? Yeah, it's the ALB, or the load balancers ARN in here. Right, so let's create that to create the second listener, the listener for the second target group, and its ARN is this one, which you're going to take note. Now let's create the cluster. That is the creation of the cluster, and get the ARN. Copy, put the cluster's ARN in here. And next is we want to create the task definition. So this task definition will be creating the .NET Fargate task definition. So the .NET Fargate is this one, it is going to pull the coder API image that we already have in our ACR. So let us create the task definition, and the task definition has this ARN. So this is our task div. So this is the container name, right? Container name, and then the container image. Or do we need the image? I think we don't need the image. All right. So yeah, do we have to take note of anything else here? So next is we're going to read me again, and then .NET create .NET test diff. No, we don't need it. Oh, what test diff did we create? Have we created? Yeah, we just need to delete this. Yeah, delete this. All right, so go to the creation of the service. This one, we want to use the service.net. All right, so here is .net. All right, and then yeah, services jx.net. So this jx.net is just pointing to this task definition, jx tutorial task div, which is using this this container. So that is what this is doing. The container is jx coder API, and then the target group, we want to put the target group, this target group, as the ARN in here, right? And that's it. We will now execute the service, creation of the service. All right, create the service. So let's get the ARN of the service. Let's put that in our notes. Yeah, so this is the ARN of the service, and then let's obtain the DNS. Oh no, we already have the DNS of the ALB, right? So this is the DNS of the ALB. We already take note of that. And then let's go to customers, and service is not available. So let's go to our ECS, what's going on, and maybe the session expired again, or no. Go to the cluster. So this one is a service. Go here, task. There's no task. Should be a task. Is it still creating? This is now active. Go to task. Why is there no task? Oh, there's a task. This task is activating. Let's wait for it. Initial container task is exited. Yeah, deprovisioning. So there's really an issue with our .NET container. Let us go to our code commit. What's going on with that? um, code. So maybe it's looking for some environment variables because we've been trying to play with environment variables in our previous videos. Let's see. Maybe because of the app spec and build spec. No, no. How about the how about our how about our coder infantry? Do we have a app spec and build spec for this one? Mm, yeah, we do have app spec and build spec, and we can't blame that to that app spec and build spec. hmm So this one, what is the problem? Go here. I'm coming up. I don't want to know, but you let it show. Go to the customers. I'm coming up. I don't want to know, but I let it show. Right, so seems like nothing's wrong. I'll go to ECS. Okay, where can we get the logs? Go here, no task running, cluster. Um, go to the service, go to the logs. No logs are getting displayed. Go to tasks, click on this one. Oh, it's running. It is running. Open address. It is. Oh, it's activating again. Should be something like the network binding. Does not exist. View the load balancer. Load balancer is active. Network mapping. Load balancer. Go to listeners. Let's check the security group. Yeah, we're using the default security group. What is the issue? We don't have logs. We don't have deployment yet. Networking. We have an address. Service temporary unavailable. Turn on. Yeah. So we have an issue, and yeah, that's it. Let's just maybe switch to our node. So let's go to our um, ECR. Okay. Yeah. We update? Have we updated our app spec? Did we update our app spec? Let's go to the dev notes. Is this updated? Nah, yeah. How did we reach this part here? We should have updated our app spec, right? Or no, not yet. The app spec is yeah, it's here. We don't have the code deploy yet. Yeah, okay, so let's use this code node here. Then let us this .NET here. We'll replace this with node, right? Can we easily Node.js? Okay, and then that Node.js, the name is code node, and the image is this one. And then the container port is, what is the container port of that? 3000 or 4000? I think it's 3000. Let's check the code commit. Okay, and okay, so that is our task def, and our service should have its own uh, Node.js also here. Node.js, that, and then that Node.js is going to have the container code node, right? And then the ARN here will be depends on what will be the name. What are we looking at? Yeah, so code node. Right, so let's go back to code commit, and Let's go to code node and see what is the exposed port in here. So the exported port is, drum rolls, yeah, 3000. So that is 3000. So that is code node here, 3000. Okay, the container port. All right, code node. All right, so let us upload another task dev. So register another task dev, and this time it's Node.js application. So this one here is Node.js. Task dev is Node.js Fargate. Then let us register that. And it says it's Node.js ECR Node.js Fargate task JSON. What? ECR. Yeah. Damn. Why didn't you tell me, guys? There's a copy here. Right, so let's do this again. Register another task definition. The host, ports, and container where must match. Really? So I will do it like that. Host port. The host ports and container ports in port mappings must match. Why? Okay, so let's try this if we're going to have any issue with this one. So this is the new task dev. Right, so let's put that in our deployment notes. This is the new task dev. And after the creation of the task dev, we're going to create a service. This time it will be the service with a Node.js. And this one will have, yeah, it will be the same load balancer. Yeah, we'll just execute the creation of the node of the service immediately without any updates. Oh, hold on. Yeah, container port is 3000. Right, so let's update that. It's not idempotent. What's that? Creation of service was not idempotent. What? Maybe because the service that it's trying to override is a different one. So because of that, we are going to clean up our all the things here. So let's delete this. Let's clean up our let's do the cleanup. Alright, so let's clean this up. Let's delete the deployment group. Yeah, and then let's delete the deployment application, and then delete the service. Oops, what service is it? Delete service. Yeah, this service. Let's delete that, and we'll delete the cluster. Then delete the cluster. Right, and then delete the app spec, and then oops, what's that? Calling it the was does not exist. Yeah, I think it's okay. So delete the load balancer. So the load balancer that we have created is this load balancer, and go to cleanup. This is the load balancer that we want to delete. That load balancer, and then the target group, right? So to the side, this is the first target group that we want to delete. This is the second target group that we want to delete. Delete this first target group, then delete this second target group. And then, yeah, that's it. Go to EC2 and go to ECS. Yeah, and go to ECS. And delete the task definitions. Go to task definitions, this one. Then let's delete this task definitions. So there you go, and let's do another round. This one is for the node JS. Go to readme. Create a new one. Create a new load balancer. Yeah, and the deployment nodes, we wanna remove that, remove this, remove, 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 and remove. Right, so it will give us the new ARN. Copy that, put that in here, and then let's create the target group, the first target group, then get the ARN, copy, put the ARN in here, and then let's create the first listener, this one, and then the target group, which is this one, and then create the listener. Alrighty, that listener has been created. Let's copy the listener's ARN, this one, and then repeat that. Let's create another target group, and then let's create the listener, Someday will not follow. Is the target group, right? And it's in so I still love you. Right, so let's create the second listener. So the second listener is here. Let's copy the ARN. Right, and now let's create the cluster. And the way you look tonight, so lovely. Right, so the task definition, we're going to use the one that is pointing to the image with um, that is holding our Node.js ECR that is holding the Node.js image. So the task definition has been created. Then let's create the service. So in the service, port 3000, 3000 and code node. And in our service, the Node.js should be 3000, 3000. Node.js, this one. Right, 3000 code node. Right, and the target group. Yeah, so this one, the target groups, ARN, no, this one. And yeah, next is we going to create the service. So that's the test definition. Now we want to create the Node.js service. Right, so the service ARN is this one. Copy that and put that in here. Okay, so the service, the service, the service, the service. Yeah, code node. Alright, so I'm not sure how it will work because this one is using container 3000 and our listeners are in port 80. Go to readme. Yeah, this is port 81 and this is port 80. So yeah, I'm not sure how it will behave now. So let's go to our cluster. It's now active. Service is active. Task. We have a task pending. Activating. And it now has an IP. Refresh baby girl. Activating. Uh, essential container is in task exited. Yeah, I'm not sure why. What's the problem with this backend services that I'm creating? It always fails. Test F3. We are in test F5. Is there a test F5? This one. We have that. Test F5. Are we still referring to test F4? Not anymore, right? So test F5. Is this getting reference somewhere? Why? So the service, this service, Um, yeah, where's the test definition? Test diff. Yeah, test diff or test diff. Yeah, so we still have problems, so let's do the cleanup. Alright, so let's do the cleanup. Or let's have another look. It's active, it's test, it's no test. Okay. Okay, so now let's just delete, then delete this, then delete the service, ARN. So our notes, deployment notes, the service ARN, this one. What is the ARN of our service? Yeah, this one, right? We want to delete this. Yeah, that one. Delete that service. Alright, service has been deleted. Delete the cluster. And delete the load balancer. This is the load balancer. Delete the load balancer. The target group. Delete the target group. This is the target group 2. Delete the target group 2. Delete this 2. Alright, so we now have a clean state cluster, test definition. Test definition will be deleted. Test definitions, refresh, no more test definition. Alright, so let's try again. Yeah, let's try with like manually creating here. So let's go to JX Z cluster JX node cluster, and then just create that. Let's also clean this up, clean this up, clean this up, clean that up, clean that up, clean that up, clean that one, and clean that one. Right, so then this is our cluster, creation of the cluster. Let's create a task definition, create a task definition. launch the ECR, then node tasks def, that is the name of our task def, and then this one, then get the repositories, code node, that is the one, and then just the name is code node, right? And then let's create the task def, and let's go and create the service. So let's go to our cluster and then create the service, and this is the task def. Service name will now be service JS node service, right? Service is there. Deployment option, no, networking, we don't need ALB. Let's create this, so it's now deploying the service. Yeah, we didn't set up the port to be somewhere like port 3000. I'm not sure if it will work. You're lovely and but you love you and the way you look tonight. You're lovely and I follow. Me, but to love you and the way you look tonight. You're lovely and I follow. And, ding 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 ding. Oh, the test is running. Click here. So essential container in task exited. All right, it's still the same. Still the same. So let's delete this useless guys here, right? If you're useless, you go out. Don't be useless. It's normal to be out if you don't have any purpose. Right, delete. Alright, so the only thing that is running is this coder infantry here. So if we change this to this one, our task def, let's create another revision, and this time we want to point to this ECR here, which is this one, and the name would be coder infantry, and then create that, and then deploy, create the service. Then this is the one that we want to use. And then the service name is JX Angular service. And we don't do some load balancing. Let's just create it right away. And in our node cluster, we want to remove this service, delete that service, force delete. And let's see if this Angular app uh, so that resource, go to task, it's running, it doesn't have issues, it's so cool, it's open, it's there. So yeah, I'm not sure what's the problem with our .NET and Node.js. Hmm. Okay, so let's see on the next video. Bye.